Charles and Anne's bold decision on Camilla's role leaves her emotional. Welcome back to Crown Chronicles, the royal channel where history meets heart, where duty meets drama, and where we take you behind palace doors for the stories you won't hear anywhere else. If you're passionate about the British royal family, make sure to smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our noble community, because today's story is one of the most unexpected emotional turns inside the monarchy in years. Today, we unravel a moment that stunned insiders and left even seasoned royal watchers speechless. A decision made jointly by King Charles III and Princess Anne, a decision so bold, so unexpected, that it reportedly brought Queen Camilla to tears. The question lingering across Buckingham corridors is simple: was it a gesture of love, or a shift in power? Let's rewind. Ever since Charles took the throne, Queen Camilla has walked a tightrope. Once the subject of controversy, she has worked tirelessly to win the public's affection, proving herself a dependable, poised, and hard-working partner to the king. From hosting state banquets with grace to stepping into major roles when Charles's health briefly wavered, she has gone from supporting act to commanding presence. Yet despite her growing influence, one topic remained largely unspoken: what would her role truly become long-term? Would she stand as a fully empowered queen consort? Or would tradition pull her back into the quiet shadows once more? Enter Princess Anne. Known as the most loyal royal and famously no-nonsense, she has always held sway in decisions that concern duty and legacy. Anne, who has taken on more engagements than any other royal for decades, reportedly requested a private discussion with her brother, King Charles. And what came from that conversation was an agreement that would change Camilla's future in the monarchy forever. According to palace insiders, Charles and Anne made a joint decision to expand Camilla's role officially, moving her from simply the king's companion in duty to a cornerstone of the monarchy itself. Not just queen consort in title, but in authority. The bold proposal: to grant Camilla permanent leadership over several key royal patronages and ceremonial duties traditionally reserved for the sovereign's heir or blood royals, including certain engagements historically overseen by the late Queen Elizabeth herself. One insider shared that and reportedly said something incredibly powerful during the meeting: if we ask the nation to accept her fully, we must treat her fully. Those words struck the king deeply. After decades of controversy, to hear Anne, the most fiercely loyal of royals, openly defend Camilla's place. Well, it was more than approval. It was acceptance, and perhaps even forgiveness for the past. But here's the moment that made headlines inside the palace walls. When Charles and Anne presented the decision to Camilla, she reacted not with royal composure, but with something far more human. She was visibly overcome with emotion, reportedly pressing her hand to her heart before whispering, "I never expected this." Remember, Camilla has always walked carefully, constantly aware that her position was earned through resilience, not birthright. To be offered not just a title, but trust, respect, and acknowledgement from Princess Anne, who once kept her distance during the more difficult years, was deeply meaningful. Now, what does this bold decision actually change? First, Camilla is set to represent the crown independently at several upcoming state ceremonies without Charles or William present, a role historically reserved only for monarchs or direct heirs. Second, she may soon inherit the honorary role of Colonel-in-Chief of a regiment closely tied to Queen Elizabeth, an unprecedented transfer from the late Queen's legacy directly to Camilla. And finally, both Charles and Anne insisted she be given greater public voice. No longer silent support, Camilla will speak, lead, and represent the monarchy's softer side, but with great elevation comes great complexity. Was this move purely about respect, or something strategic? Royal analysts suggest that Princess Anne, ever the planner, knows the monarchy's survival depends on unity and strength in leadership. With Prince William preparing for a future reign and Prince Harry estranged, the royal bench is thin. Charles cannot be everywhere. And Anne, though indefatigable, is in her 70s. They need Camilla not as an accessory, but as a pillar, and yet not everyone is reportedly on board. Some senior courtiers worry that granting Camilla too much power risks overshadowing younger royals, namely Catherine, Princess of Wales. Others fear public backlash from those who still struggle to see Camilla beyond past narratives. One unnamed advisor even remarked, the Queen must rise carefully. Too fast, and people will question why. But here's where Camilla may surprise everyone. Sources say she responded not with ambition, but with humility. After receiving the news, she reportedly asked Anne privately, "Are you certain this is what's best for the crown?" And Anne's reply, "It's what's best for Charles." That one sentence says everything. This was not just about monarchy. It was about family. Anne, often labeled stern and stoic, showed a softer, deeply protective side. In her eyes, Camilla's greatest qualification is not her title, but her unwavering devotion to the king. Make no mistake, this moment marks a historic shift. For the first time since ascending the throne, Charles is no longer standing alone. With Anne's blessing, Camilla has stepped fully, unapologetically, into her role, not as the woman who stood beside the king, but as the queen who now stands for the monarchy. So where does this leave the royal family going forward? Stronger, more united, but also under closer scrutiny than ever. Will the public embrace Camilla's rise? Will William support it? Will Catherine? And what of the Sussexes? As always, one move in the palace sends ripples across continents, but today, one truth rings clearer than ever: Camilla is no longer in Charles's shadow. She is stepping into her own light. And that light, surprisingly, was switched on not by the king alone, but by Princess Anne, the steadiest heartbeat of the crown. If you were moved by today's royal revelation, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow royal watchers, and subscribe to Crown Chronicles, your trusted source for the drama, devotion, and destiny of Britain's most watched family. Let me know in the comments below, do you believe Camilla deserves this elevation, or should tradition have held her back? Your voice matters here at Crown Chronicles. Until next time, I'm signing off, with royal history unfolding in real time. Crown Dizzy.